Recently, we were traveling in northern Kentucky and near Covington, and we heard about a place called the Garden of Hope near there, and we decided to stop in, kind of a last-minute decision. And this place was a dream of Pastor Morris H. Coors of Emmanuel Baptist Church, who in 1938 visited the Holy Land. And when he got back to Kentucky, got a burden that a lot of people would never be able to go to the Holy Land, so he wanted to build a replica of Christ's tomb here in Kentucky, and also a replica of a carpentry shop from that era in the Palestine area, the Israeli area. So he finally got to do that in 1956, and in 1958 it was dedicated. And it's supposed to be a pretty exact replica of the tomb, dimension-wise and everything. Pastor Coors passed away in 1960, and they started having problems of upkeep on the place. And here we have the replica of a Spanish mission that's built kind of on the lower part of the hillside. And get back to the story, the church, Emmanuel Baptist Church, tried to donate to the state of Kentucky and different things to try to keep the upkeep on it, which is quite a bit. The area of town that it was in is kind of remote, and vandalism started happening. And even Pastor Coors was buried on the ground, but later his remains were moved to a cemetery in another part of the area. But anyway, in the late 90s, 3 families in the area started back to work and kind of revived it and restored a lot of things. And we have what we have today. And this is a sign telling about the bells on top of the Mission Chapel. It was donated by L&N Railroad from one of their old locomotives. And there again is a side view of the Mission Chapel. So there's another marker, tells some history about Pastor Coors. And another interesting thing is there's a stone there, which you should see here, from Solomon's Temple. And it says it's from the Wailing Wall near the Eastern Gate. So that's pretty interesting, a 500-pound block. There's a sign that tells about that. Near the Eastern Wall, the Wailing Wall near the Eastern Wall of Solomon's Temple. So that's just not something you can stick in your pocket and bring back across the ocean. They had to be shipped over, I'm sure. And now we're getting to the actual replica of the tomb. And you can see my kids kind of wandering around there and checking it out. And there's no stone there, the stone that was rolled away. I don't know if maybe vandals done something with that years ago or something, but there's a trench there where you can see where the stone would have been. And there's different plaques and stuff around there.
Said that they're missing the stone,
And
the stone
of
that
course
got
everything's
rolled away.
gated off. And as you can see, just like the tomb in Jerusalem, it is empty. Jesus is alive in heaven today. But you can also schedule tours, and we'd like to do that sometime, where you can actually go in the tomb and in the buildings, the carpentry shop, and the church, the chapel. And there's also a good view of the Cincinnati skyline from this hillside. Like I said, it's right next to I-75, and I've probably drove by this place many, many times and didn't realize it was here. Because as you can see, the traffic back there is I-75. And these are some stones from the Good Samaritan's Inn. Like 2,000 years ago, the story of the Good Samaritan. And they say that's from that. And that's finishing our tour, and there's our state bird, the Kentucky Falcon.